It's a complicated role you're playing because
Yes.
you exist in both areas, but you also know exactly you have a little more knowledge about what's going on.
Yes, there's a lot of secrets.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot to contain. There's a lot to mask as Regina.
Mm-hmm.
She's a much more complex character, I find.
Mm-hmm.
I think the evil queen is, she is as well, but she's just fun. She puts it out there. There's like nothing to hide. And she has fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
She likes destroying people's lives. Her voice is different too, and that's fun for me to play with. I've studied voice for 10 years, and so I like using my voice for the queen. And then for Regina, she's just much more conservative, buttoned up, but there's so many hidden secrets.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun, but they're extremely complex.
Mm-hmm. And your character is Prince Charming to the core.
Thank you.
And but toward the end of the pilot, we see he's in trouble and that sort of stuff. What can we expect from your character moving through the season?
Well, you're certainly going to find out, how Snow White and Prince Charming met, how they met, and you're going to find out the origins of Prince Charming, where he comes from, and how he became prince, and that whole story there. And you're just going to find out more about the man, and then more about the man, and more about possibly, John Doe might be waking up, maybe not. We'll have to watch and find out.
Poor John Doe. It's all my fault.
I know, right?
It really is.
Yeah, I know.
We have all these elements sort of going together. How do the flashbacks exist past the pilot, or are we
Yes.
sort of combining
I think
worlds
that's how it will continue,
Yeah.
because there's so many more stories to tell when you can go into flashbacks. And you go into the histories of these characters, like how the evil queen became evil, why is Grumpy grumpy, who is Rumpelstiltskin. That story is so interesting when you read it. Rumpelstiltskin, I don't know if anyone has in a while, but you go back into he's a creepy guy. What happened to
He
this
really
guy?
is.
Yeah.
Does the battle that's about to be waged, is it one season battle and maybe next season we have a new challenge, or is it an ongoing kind of
I think that's the core ongoing battle that begins.
It definitely begins this way, but we're talking Adam and Eddie right now from Lost. Like, we have no idea where this is going to go, and I think that's what's exciting for us as actors to play as well. It's like we get these scripts and we have no idea where these characters are going, and it's going to be fun for the audience to stick with the show and see as well. Go ahead.
Can you give me some insight into how the EPs run, the showrunners dispense information to you?
As and when they write it, they give it to us on an episode by episode basis,
They really do.
and sometimes we have conversations about where things might go, and it's very exciting.
They're
very
being
exciting.
very private with everything, and I think it's smart of them to do that. They did that on Lost as well. A lot of the guest stars, I was one, didn't get the whole script. You only got what you were shooting. There's something, sometimes it's challenging, but I understand why. We want to keep this show as secret as possible, and I didn't spoil anything. So you just have to watch. I think you're going to love it.
Oh, great. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you.